Hi everyone, and Dragon with you. So today we'll show fights against Midnite Villains, and their clan is very strong at Golden League. So that's the fight which took us some effort. That was not what we expected because you see that they play unusual teams, and actually I really like their choice. So instead of just playing a typical mainstream team, they collected something unusual with Ginger, with other characters which are see on Arena, but they require special care and probably investment. So I appreciate the challenge we faced today. Would like to highlight that some of the teams are really playable, although they look kind of strange, but I really appreciate their effort to make the fight interesting and to show how it goes. Okay, so obviously you see the result, then we will not go on because we have weak champions. I managed to remove water team from the bridge. The reason for that was because only 3 water titans are here. That means it's easier to fight with them because totem is activated more rare. On the other hand, we see that Joshua planned to fight with all 3 potential elements, so he collected a triple super titan team. And anyway, that was challenging still. We also could try Peter and Steve, but I saw that fighting with heroes will be more preferable. That's why we went straight into heroes. So we have 2 final bosses standing. That's Nina here. So she was kind of plus 14, but then one of my champions, which is weak, entered here and just healed the opponent, so others failed to finish these locations. Obviously, Nina still nicely gets her team completed. Then we have Anna. So Anna also is a final boss. I could remove her, but anyway, I want to highlight my super serious mistake fighting Anna. And I really appreciate her team, so she just tries to remove the buff using Sebastian. She tries to improve the entire team with Celeste, buffing magic attack for everybody. And Maya is both a healer and damage dealer here, and a super tank Aurora, obviously. And here we have super team with Ginger, with Isaac, so this team probably plans to kill your entire team at once with armor penetration from Isaac, with damage from Ginger, but in fact that's not as easy as it seems. Okay, so let me show you the fights. I'll just be very brief here and explain why that happened, explain my mistakes, just to make sure we did everything right. So I'll just show the results of this first fight. So Termit did not have my order to play there, he just wanted to do it himself. Obviously attacking Nina was a serious mistake because he charged her and did not make much, but attacking Kostas still worked, so you will be impressed by the difference between Helios and Yasmine. Some people told me that, oh, your test is awkward because anyway, your Yasmine is much stronger than Helios, so that doesn't work, and so on. No, guys, that doesn't work this way. The reason for that is just check the intelligence of Helios. If it's low and the magic attack is high, then probably Helios burns Yasmine. Because Yasmine, check this out, so she crits almost every time, as a result gets multiple burns, and the amount of burns is enough to get her down before Helios removed. See? So Yasmine, Super Yasmine, can die from a weak Helios. That's the fact. That's why at my tests, when you say that 85 Helios versus your 100 Yasmine is not interesting, you are wrong. Check this out. So 57,000 Helios with Merlin smashed 120,000 Yasmine. Probably if the opponent played Axel, that would be not as easy with the chance to split damage, but anyway, we see what we see. No Axel here, no Axel here, everything's fair. Okay, So now I managed to get into commanding, saw this situation and understood that let's try to get some targets which are fully healthy. So next target is Demon versus Steve. You see that my plan was kind of simple, so burn enemy Yasmine, then we have Daredevil as a damage dealer, Sebastian as a support, Oliver's patronage Asteros, and here we have Merlin and Helios, Ken at Yasmine, Albus here, and Axel on Celeste to protect her from Cornelius. So actually that's how the fight went. Let me show it just real quick to manage everything happening around. So Demon versus Steve. Attacks 4. Check this out. So again, one more time you'll see how Yasmine-Hellios interaction works. So here we have a much stronger Hellios than previous one. You see that red frame, you see that much more power and weaker Yasmine. I would like to highlight that this Yasmine is weaker than the previous one. And the Hellios is stronger than the previous one. And that's a super argument why you're just comparing power theory does not work at all. So check this out. Yasmine is still alive. But when she tries to crit, she finally is finished here. So exactly what was wrong is that here we have less crit hit chance compared to the previous case, because we have healers with more intelligence that results into less crit hit chances, and here we have Yasmine who survived. Not long, because we have Celeste, but still she survived. And then the only thing which remains is just to clear the entire team. Sooner or later that will happen. Yeah, like that. So next target was Joshua. You know that that's a powerful opponent, more power than me, obviously. We have some patronages here. Let me show you them real quick. So the stats, the patronages, damage taken, healing, and so on. My plan was kind of simple. I need to remove the healer, I need to remove the damage dealer, and that's it. So at first everything went according to my plan. You see that I deal some damage here. And the first jumps. Check this out. So I see Cobra sign at Celeste. That's my target. I jump straight into Celeste and try to remove her from the battlefield, because that's a super single target healer and why I don't want to play against Celeste. Now we have armor penetration and that works, and now finally Celeste again. So I did not finish her the first time. You see that between jumps she managed to seriously heal herself, and that's a problem. But finally I managed to remove her life, and at this moment I made a mistake. So I needed to let Celeste maybe resurrect, maybe get the dark field, maybe jump straight into her again. Instead I wanted to remove Ginger. So it's not a super hard mistake, but I would like to highlight that Celeste is alive. As a result, she rerolls. As a result, she heals, and she survived some more time. So even with all the attacks, you see that thanks to Axel, this team survived some more time. Thanks to Martha, every single unit is healed, and as a result, you see that my first attempt failed into Ginger. Actually, Ginger cannot do much here, so she tried to deal some damage to my team that was not super important. No more Asteros, and just now the team just ruins. So the only problem was the enemy Celeste, so I switched my Celeste that time into light mode, and as a result healed my Yasmine, as a result removed enemy Celeste. So that's my plan. Remove Celeste first, then remove another valuable support or damage dealer, or just finish Celeste if it's possible, and then one by one the enemy team dies. Okay, so let me show you the next fight against KG. KG also collected a hybrid team, so here we have Orion as a magic damage dealer for anti-physical teams. Then we have, obviously against Yasmine, we have Helios, and Yasmine with Kane. So that's the stats of the characters. Let me show real quick how it goes. I will not shout because it's kind of night at my time zone. Okay, so check this out. Yasmine jumps straight into Helios. She is already damaged. She gets Merlin's attack and instantly removed first health of Then she resurrects and dies instantly. So easy win for Highlander against KG here. Let me show you patronage again, real quick. So yes, that's not a typical team. You see that Merlin at healers, that's why she burned so fast. That works, that works. Okay, so let's move to the next fight. Next fight is against Costas. You see that the target was damaged already. Sorry for my voice. Let me show you the stats real quick. Actually, no Yasmine here, so just 0 damage from Yasmine because she's already dead. You can check the patronages now. And I will not show this fight because it's just too fast. Okay, let's get X4 and show you. So X4, here we go. And he tries to target the enemy frontline tank. And that takes some time, obviously, because if he targeted Celeste or Maya, probably he would do this much faster. But he really wanted to remove the tank. Okay, anyway, Galahad provokes enemy frontline, that's why he was the first target here. When the tank is down, then fast enough we kill everybody. And then I'd like to show you some fights where we failed. So that was my best general against Anna. Anna has a really nice team. I would like to highlight that she has great synergy here, so Sebastian forbids to use Jorgen, kind of forbids. And all other characters have magic damage buff from Axel. And obviously from Celeste, right? So Celeste buffs all the team. She is buffed by Axel, and she's protected by Axel from Cornelius. Also, a Super Aurora here. We'll see that Kane protects her nicely, and as a result, we get a failure even with super damage. So let me show you the fight and the reason why I thought that, okay, Anna should be my target. Actually, I told Highlander that he can pick either Anna or Nina. To his choice, he wanted to try Anna, so whatever. And you see that he did not do that. So at this point, looks like we've got Maya seriously damaged, and maybe she will be removed soon. Yes, also seriously damaged Sebastian, Aurora, but as soon as his frontline fails, this becomes a disaster. So they kill everything, they just deal enough damage, and they are charged now. So when they are charged, I understand that obviously that should be a target for myself, because Anna is charged, she's a very strong commander, and that's why I need to focus on her. So I have Qing Mao with patronage of Fenris to get more penetration and blinding ability. Albus helps Yasmine's poison, Celeste is protected with Axel, no one-shots, and Estros with Oliver here to get extra healing because he's kind of weak. And you will see that actually I made a super serious mistake here. That's why I lost. And I'll show you how I fix that soon. So check this out. The fight goes normally, but then what happened? So here, check this out. Cobra sign is here, Cobra sign is here. I see the Cobra sign. And where is the Cobra sign now? So it goes straight to Aurora, right? And the moment I noticed the Cobra sign, the moment I start pressing the button, the Cobra sign was that Celeste. And that exactly was what I waited for. So I tried to kill Celeste, but misclick, and here we go, check this out. So Yasmine jumps into Provoker, that means Aurora. Then we try hard to survive, because I still need to survive sometimes, that means Celeste into light mode. Obviously with light mode I can survive long enough, but I can't kill Aurora, that's the problem. Even with dark powers I cannot remove her fast enough. Then I tried to survive some more time, understood that actually I failed. Then I tried to use the dark mode of my Celeste to help to remove Aurora, so everything is straight into Aurora. Remember that she's got Kane patronage, so many dodges around. Actually, kind of no poisons, because we have Sebastian. I think he removes that poison ability, maybe. Check this out, so there was poison, no more poison, right? So this team is just a nice example how you can beat teams with active things. Okay, so actually that was a target for me and Highlander, so Anna and Nina are our heroes of the day. Then I have Dirty Dozen to finish Nina. Let me show you what happened here. So actually Nina has a nice Kark pack with double problem, so whatever is cloned by Faceless, I would like to highlight that it's still effective. So if clone Kark, obviously super damage. If clone Celeste, extra healing or extra anti-healing. If clone Cleaver, then you get a vulnerable character into the front line, because Mars is not a vulnerable character, but the Pre character is vulnerable usually. So anyway, whatever he clones, that works. And I really like her team. So my idea was to make all the team receive damage, because Celeste is a super single target healer. You remember that enemy was charged before because my champion made a mistake. For some reason he attacked without my orders, that's why Dirty Dozen has some problems here. But still he does his best to deal damage to the entire enemy team, and the roots from Maya work nicely. We have damage to Kark, we have damage to Faceless, and he dealt enough damage. So let's check the second fight. The second fight also went according to the plan, almost, and you will see that there was a moment when I thought, okay, the enemy should be removed, right? So check this out. What happened here? Two moments. First moment, Faceless was dragged by the cleaver into the front line, received super damage and died. Second moment, Maya's roots was empowered by Celeste, got super strong damage onto opponent. So looks like he did enough and the second character will finish, but no. What happened then in the end? Kark just ults, vampirism brings him to full health, and here we go. So after that attack, I did not have many champions to fight, so I just tried Alex into Joshua. I'll just show you the stats to understand. So actually we did some damage, but all the titans were still alive, so super water totem, fortunately not all start, but still. Then another attack from Alex, everybody alive, but Araji dealt enough damage to himself, actually. Then I also used one into Joshua, then we have other attacks into Joshua, and finally we managed to finish him with weaker champions. So I picked all my water, or first Earth, then water, then Earth champions, and just hit him before he finished. Araji removed himself from the totem of Earth. A little spoiler. And let's talk about Nina. So now we have Romek, who decided to attack her with no reason. I did not order that. He just wanted to do something. And that something costed us probably a serious disaster. But that was not the original disaster. So see that he did nothing, he just charged Esteros. And after just more fails into Nina, I will not show that, but we did not finish Nina. So what happened between Romek's attack when he tried to do something and attack of the previous Dirty Dozen? Let me show you this thing. So I hope that Vladimir with his Super Yasmine will finish Asteros, and then the entire team will start failing, right? No more Cleaver here, other characters are alive after Dirty Dozen. But my mistake was that his Qing Mao is still too weak, so he needs to work over her in the future, maybe. I also thought that he'll try to play Jorgen, but he tried my team instead, so looks like reasonable, right? The problem is that enemy Asteros was more powerful than we expected. So check this out, the start of this fight goes not according to the plan. I planned him to remove Asteros, instead he gets healing from Oliver, built-in healing actually. And then we see that even with Yasmine he tries hard, but Celeste 1 target healing is enough to make Asteros alive and better than before. So actually we failed even before Romek's attack, I understand that. And yes, so special, nice Nina's stats, patronage and so on. Okay, so that was about main fights at Guild War. Now I contacted Anna and Nina, told them that may please replay with your teams, and they kindly agreed. So let me show you fights with Anna and Nina replayed. So that same team at Battle Challenge Manual, and you see that I managed to win. So I managed to win with exactly the same team. I didn't change anything except fixing my mistake. So let me get you a quick overview. So work on mistakes part 1. Mistake with Anna was jumping straight into her Aurora. This time you see that Cobra sign is exactly where it needs to be, and the same moment he came out at Guild War, right? So at this moment the Cobra sign was transferred into here and I failed. This time I managed to press the button like several seconds before, and as a result we have what exactly had to happen here. So I tried to remove Celeste. That was my first target. When we remove Celeste, no more single target healing for Aurora. That results into more damage, better amount of poisoning, and you see that Martha tries hard but cannot heal her, and Maya's healing just don't go through the poison. That's why we have damage, and of course Celeste also helped with her dark ground. When we removed Celeste, when we removed the tank, enemy team just starts being melt. I try to keep my team alive with my Celeste, and that's it. So I won, did not lose any character, and that's a victory. Then I tried to do the same thing with Biscuit, so you see that he's not strong enough to do that still. Another try with Biscuit, I managed to deal damage to Aurora, but my team died instead. I'll not show you that experiment maybe, or do it real quick. And the third experiment was doing the quadro combo, as I call it. So Cornelius, we have Qing Mao's buff, arm penetration, we have then Celeste buff, double buff into magic attack, and then Cornelius, and then Faceless, so double Cornelius combo. So let me show it real quick how I tried to fight with Anna, with her team, with my main team, with Biscuit. You'll see the problem. So the problem is actually my team just dies. Yes, that's a serious problem. You know that without Yasmine I can do nothing. So no more Martha here, no more damage dealers because they badly survive magic attacks. And yes, that's a waste of time. So I can do nothing here, but I managed to remove Aurora. Then we have the force fight. I'll just make it real quick. So my idea was the following: collect 4 energy and get the party started. So check this out. So now I healed because I was afraid of dying. We have combo of Qing Mao's penetration, then goes obviously Celeste's reroll, if possible, if I have time for that. If not, then just penetration. Penetration, Cornelius, Faceless. You saw that first one did not finish, the second one one-shotted enemy Maya. And then I tried to do the same stuff one more time, but for some reasons that did not work. I'll show you why. So check this out. Now we have activation. Qing Mao activates. Then we have activations of Celeste, double reroll, and double Cornelius. So the first hit was dodged, the second hit could not heal her, that's why it's a failure. I tried to do it several more times. Yes, the game lagged for some reason because too many calculations around. And even Rufus did not survive, so physical damage of Aurora was enough to finish him, and as a result, my team failed. Here we go. Okay, so then I talked to Anna, thank her for the fights. I really appreciate that she allowed me to do that. And Nina also was kind enough to let me fight with her team. So that's Battle Challenge Manual, and that was my tries to fight with Nina. You see that not everything goes well. So the first defeat is with my main team. When my Yasmine did not jump in time, she received damage from Kark, and she died. Also, I tried with Biscuit. With Biscuit, that was not a super nice idea. Oliver worked nicely, and here I managed to win with main team. So let me show you just 2 fights. Of all these fights, I'll show you that the difference actually is how Yasmine affects the fight. Okay, so idea number 1, remove Faceless. Faceless lifts my units, that results into extra card penetration attacks, and that results into dying of my team. So now you see that Kark will ult, he ults, and we have super damage into here, then we have lift from Faceless, and then we have extra hit from Kark, and no more Yasmine, that means no more my team. Serious mistake, right? Serious mistake and defeat. Here we have another try. So what I changed? I tried to fit the right moment of the fight. Again, I tried to jump straight into Faceless. Don't ask me why I used Fenris, because I wanted to blind Kark, and as a result I failed. Check this out. So my Yasmine is hit with Kark, but this time she jumps, so dodge works. Or just something works, so she just does not die here. Then the second part, I really tried to kill Faceless here. You see that Asteros did not survive because I play Fenris instead of Axel, that results into dying. But no more Faceless. No more Faceless. Again, recharge Yasmine. And here we go. So splash damage results into victory. So same happened when I tried to play Axel. Axel also provided me with enough defense. I'll just make it real quick and show you that when Yasmine is in dancing mode, then we have better survival rate, better dodge, and so on. So again, she was dancing during his hit, she survived. Then we have Axel's patronage to keep my team alive, and as a result I lost Celeste but did not lose other characters. Okay, so I hope that you appreciated my experience. Special thanks to Nina and Anna for letting me play with them again. That was really challenging and that was really interesting for testing. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you. Midnite Villains is a guild which is strong enough, and they are like a collection of two guilds, so there were super villains plus Midnight Mayhem, they united, and as a result a super strong guild formed. But still, I really think that fighting with them is exciting. So thanks for watching and see you in my next videos. Good luck to you.